Hello, my darlings. How are you all? Hi, Yogi. Lovely to see you here. Who's in the room with me this evening? Everybody feeling a little shy this evening? Anyway, welcome everybody to this evening, this live evening, an evening with Spirit, where I will pull some cards for a short general reading for you all. But then what I'm going to do is move into questions and answers, which I will pull as many cards as possible for you. Hi, Esther. Hi, Ian. You're not shy, Ian. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Jackie. Hello. Thank you for being here this evening. Hi, North Star. How are you? Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. Tonight I'm using a couple of new decks to start off with. I have got, what have I got? I've got my Witch's Wisdom Tarot, which arrived yesterday, which is a very interesting deck. And I've also got my Sacred Destiny Oracle as well. So I'm going to be using those. I'm really well, Emma. Thank you. I've been rather busy this week, so I apologize that some of the general readings haven't been done this week. I've had lots of personal readings this week and other things as well happening. So I do apologize. I will get to those going forward in the early part of next week. Hi, Claudia. Hello. And also what I'm going to be doing, we're coming out of Scorpio season and into Sagittarius season soon. So I'm going to do the Sagittarius big read for Saggies, of which I am one. And actually I'm on the sort of Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. And I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start this, but looking to do the big yearly readings for everybody. So for 2022. So I'm looking forward to doing those. And I'm going to try and ensure that I cover as much as possible within those readings, because some people are coming here for love. Some people are coming here for life path, for choices they wish to make, for career choices, etc. So I'm going to look to do some big readings for the yearly readings going forward. Hello, Love and Unity. Lovely to see you. So there's about 22 people here. I think I'm going to start the general reading for you. I wanted to say thank you to all of those who have joining me in the evenings to do these live readings. Thank you to all of you who have been just so generous and kind with each other within this group. It's a really, really lovely energy. And there's many of you who have guided me to see questions that I'm not seeing from people that are wishing for an answer. So thank you. Do keep an eye out for me, that if there's any questions I'm not seeing, do kind of give me a prompt as well. And if I don't see your question, keep posting it. And if I meant to see it, I will see it for you. Hello, Mindy. Hello, Stormcalls. How are you? Hello, Bug Lover. Hello. Okay, my darlings, let's move forward with the reading. What are we going to start with? I'm going to start with this lovely Sacred Destiny deck and just see what general messages come out for all of us as a group here this evening. There we are, Emma. A general question maybe for the general reading, advice for this eclipse season. So look what you've got, guys. You've got potential has come out. So this is a volcano, and it's a volcano at rest at the moment. But as you know, a volcano is always at rest. It's not dormant. It's just resting. So there is a possibility of something erupting, a potential of sort of great power, something happening suddenly in your life. And what Spirit is saying to me is that you've almost got this sort of untapped power there. You've got a great potential there within you. And what Spirit is saying, it's time now almost to be aware of it and release it. You've put something on the back burner. I know that's a bit of a pun with a volcano, but anyway, you put something on the back burner. So Spirit is saying, try and go with the flow, whatever it is that you're feeling a calling towards, and don't doubt your capabilities, because the volcano represents a huge amount of power, a huge amount of sort of unleashed power. It can also talk about if you have emotions that are trapped, they're kind of all trapped within you, then they are causing a lot of disturbance within you as well. So if you're repressing emotions, be aware of that. I'm going to pull another one for you all. And let's see what else we have. Hello, Australia. How are you? Thank you for joining me this morning for you. Any other general questions that just for the group as a whole? Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Thank you. What else would you like to tell this group? Thank you very much. Well, of course, they've given you all abundance, which is beautiful. You know, these are wildflowers. And the amazing thing about wildflowers is that there isn't any sort of control about wildflowers. People don't really plan where they're going to put the flowers. The flowers simply grow. There's no resistance to it. They grow and they flourish, and they kind of do it without any sort of effort. It's a very natural thing. So it's trying to, this card is sort of saying, try not to struggle or worry about what is coming in for you, because abundance, my darling, is your birthright. It is what we are, you know, as spiritual beings having a human experience. We are open to this abundance. And sometimes we just have to sit back and relax and let this come in. It's talking about there is something on its way, abundance. There's something on its way. So Spirit's saying, just sit back and receive it at this time, and be grateful for everything that you have around you too. And I'm now seeing adventures at the bottom of the deck for you all as well. These are beautiful cards, aren't they? So what I'm first of all seeing is the parrots. So with this, it's try not to talk so much about things that incessant chatter that we have in our head, that incessant chatter that we do about ourselves, our incessant chatter that we do about things that are not happening that we wish to happen. Don't give that any attention. Don't give that any attention. This card is a venture, and it's about you. Let's just have another look at this card. You've got the waterfall here as well. So the waterfall is about the abundance coming towards you. And when you see abundance coming towards you as a waterfall, imagine it just flowing towards you constantly. And also that water drowns out the noise of the parrots as well. So just focus on feeling the, you know, water is spiritual, it's renewal, it's emotions, it's the life force of everything. So, and it's not with the waterfall, it's not sitting in a sort of stagnant pool. It's flowing, and that's what the universe is looking to say to you at this time. There's something with this adventure card, something that's coming in for you. Okay, something maybe a little bit different that's coming in for you. And this is not a time for you to sort of sit in a complacent state where you're putting up resistance for it not coming in, where you're saying this is not happening for me, and this is not happening because this has happened and this has happened. So imagine it flowing towards you at this time. That's a beautiful start for you. So what I'm going to do is move on to the Witches Tarot. I'm going to put those back because I will bring them out again later in the reading. And let's see, it's a very big deck, this Witches Tarot, but let's see what comes out for everybody here. Mickey, if you put your question in again as I'm starting to do the questions, I will answer you. Thank you, Mary, that's so sweet. Thank you. General reading for those that most need to hear it. Thank you for those here this evening. And look at this. Okay, so you've got number 1, this is the World card, and you also have 21, Council of All Beings. So what these are both saying to me is, with this World card here, some of you there's been a change in your life. There's been something where you felt that your world has changed dramatically. It's been destructed. It's been destroyed. That it was something that caused a lot of disruption in your life. But you have made a choice, and this is the very brave thing to do, to start to walk away from it. It's still within your energy space, but there is a determination with this person. They're walking. They've taken just what they've needed, and they've left behind an awful lot of things. And that says to me, you know, you've made a decision about what to take and what to leave behind. And that's, you know, that refers to emotions, feelings that you have, feelings that you're letting go of as well. It's you breaking free of a kind of disillusionment of where you were. And it's a choice, my darling, that's going to change your life. And you've got here, alongside of this, number 21, the Council of All Beings. So this represents, it is the World card, but it is also about this, there is a merging pattern for you of signs from Mother Nature, from things that are happening in your life. This is this council of all beings. This is guides that are there to protect you and to guide you. Guides don't direct us. They may give us a nudge. They may give us a little slap around the face sometimes, but they're not there to tell us what to do. That's our free will. That's our discovery. That's our own enlightenment. That's, we have to go through those feelings ourselves. We have to experience the experiences ourselves, but they are there to guide us. And it's as you are on this new path, this changing world, this new adventure that you are on, it's that discovery for yourself, which is unconditioned, which is sort of removing a lot of conditioned thought that we have, that God is not, the universe is not all around us, it's within us. We are a piece of it. The divine love flows through us and out of us to everything else. Everything is connected. And don't forget that power of love. It's an extraordinarily powerful emotion. It's the form, the basis of all creation. And therefore, when you do things from self-love, or you do things for love, for unconditional love, when you do things for love of the community, when you're acting from that space, that is the change, the change you wish to see in the world. Place that change within you first, which is what you're doing here, which is lovely. And of course, they've now given you number 9, which is the rebirth card. So you are embracing this change. You see, she has, looks like the crow there, which is the master, the keeper of secrets. And you've got here as well, she's sort of embracing the change with her wings out wide here. So this for me says that this change that you went through has been a big turning point in your life. And that turning point has been when you've stopped seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance, but rather have seen it as an opportunity for you to change from it, and that there is a meaning, a purpose in everything. Sometimes we can't see it. Sometimes it's not so clear. It can be a little bit foggy, that cloudy lens of life. But that's okay as well, because during that different perception, during that cloudy times, then we're being encouraged to stand still, because we can't move forward. So in that standing still and in that being, rather than doing, then we can start to receive. So there's magic in everything, my darling. And with this card, this rebirth card, the opportunity is that you are, as you're venturing out this new world, this choice that's going to change everything, you are beginning again wiser, stronger, empowered, with self-love and understanding of what is good for you and what you deserve. So I hope that's resonating with those that are here tonight. I've also got, which I'm guided to see, the shaman card here, which is, it's the card of healers, but a healer doesn't heal another. Healer simply triggers in another the ability for them to heal themselves. So nobody can heal another. But if there is somebody who's come into your life or coming into your life that is, you recognize that they are a teacher of sorts, that they are a healer, that they are wise. This could be your grandmother. This could be somebody who is a healer through things that they do. Take the time to listen, because they could just be God's messenger for you, because God works in all sorts of wonderful, mysterious ways. And all of us throughout our life take on the role of God's messengers. And that's something to think about as well, because we are all the I am experiencing. So what this is also saying to me is, do you see here, they've got the blindfold on. So, the shaman goes within, okay, they kind of cover up, they work in the darkness. So there is a sense of things that need to be released. There's a sense of that inner work that needs to be done. And you are being sent those people that are going to help you. I'm also getting, because of this, almost like the drum that he's holding there. And I'm being told, and I've done this once, and it's an amazing thing, a sound bath. So I don't know if you know what that is, but or if you've got somewhere nearby that you can go to have a sound bath. But it's an extraordinary experience where, with the sound of just incredible drums, not drums, are they? They're the sort of beautiful brass. Somebody help me here with what they are, but they're very much they create these extraordinary healing sounds, and you lie and you just experience sound. And sound, sound was the first sound of creation, wasn't it? It was the Om sound. And that's lovely, darling. And it just, sound it has incredible healing properties. So for those of you that this sounds like it might resonate with, do check out sound baths and go and have a look at that. So those are those cards. Let's just move forward again and see what else Spirit has to say. I'm going to use my Spirit Song Tarot. Oh, sound bowls. That's it, Karen. Thank you. Thank you. Gong. There we go, Julie. That's it as well. Thank you so much. What else has Spirit got to say? Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to carry on with this deck for a second, and then I'm going to move into the Q&A, because I know you're all wishing to ask a question. Thank you. Ancestor card has come out, number 7. So this reminds me of what I've just said about the wisdom of listening to people who have lived their lives, who have learned from experiences. It's also a time for you to ask the question about who you are. And I know that sounds like a very basic question, but who are you? The I am. What is it that you wish to do about that? Where do you wish to move forward? And part of that is understanding your family and the connections you have with your family, the gratitude you have for that, for the forgiveness you may need to show for that, past trauma that you may have experienced. Past trauma could also be something that goes back lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, and maybe your soul has stepped forward to break past trauma in family ties and family relationships that you may have. So that is a message that's come out for somebody there. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What else do we have, Spirit, for everybody who's here this evening? That much to go. And now we've got the maze has come out. The maze looks a little scary, but also very exciting as well. So the maze is about whatever you're looking to do right now, stop trying to control it. It's an extraordinary thing when we give so much energy, it's exhausted to trying to control things. If you actually step back and observe that, how much energy can be given over to trying to stop something from happening or make something happen. And what Spirit is saying, let go of your kind of perceived need to control, and let go of your kind of, if you're feeling like you're not wanting to step out of your comfort zone, try and let go of that, and just trust that the universe is there to guide you through this maze. And there'll be many twists and turns, but now look what's come out for you, the Pilgrim, number 0. So this is a kind of interesting card that comes alongside, where is it? The world card that you got right at the beginning, which was number 1. So for me, this is saying, do you remember I talked about, where is it? There we go. Is that the world card? There it is, hidden underneath. So do you remember I talked about you leaving behind things that you didn't need anymore, things that didn't serve you, and stepping out with determination? Well, this is exactly what you're doing. It's like you already know you're on some form of a spiritual quest. She has no luggage with her. She has nothing. So she has kept it, and you are keeping it. Very, very simple. And so as you are walking forward on this spiritual quest, you're kind of freeing yourself of all those weights of things that used to sort of burden you down, whether they be responsibilities or thoughts and things that you felt about yourself, and things, I've got something around me. And you haven't got any constraints, nothing for the future as well. You're just stepping forth in a very simple way. And that's the beauty and the magic of it. So I hope that has helped with whoever's been guided to come here this evening. Let me just put those cards aside for a second. I'm going to pull you a couple from my Spirit song, and then we will move forward with questions. Thank you, Spirit. What else have they got for us? Of course, you've got the Judgment card, the Awakening card here. Guys, all of you in the room, you have such extraordinary energy. I can feel it. And your openness and willingness to be on this quest, to understand, to receive, it's really quite beautiful. And I feel very blessed that you're all here as part of this Veritas family and as part of this journey. I mean, this peacock talks about shedding feathers, letting go of things that just need, it's time for them to go. And you have, all of you have gone through such a change of that old way of thinking into this new perspective about how you are part of all that is, and that you are protected and you are guided, and everything is exactly as it should be. And what this is doing, it's allowing you, just like the peacock, to kind of step into the full beauty of who you are, because you are becoming a part of the I am consciously, not just subconsciously. And it's that time of inner development for you is such a pivotal moment. This is the Judgment card. It's this inner calling. It's a really pivotal moment for you. And it's the start of very much kind of amazing beginnings. And then you've got the Moon card that's come out, number 18, the Moon card, imagination and perception. Be aware of your dreams. I was just talking to a good friend about dreams the other day. Dreams are an incredibly powerful way of source energy communicating to us. It's when the veil is thinnest. It's when our mind can't get in the way and criticize it or try and make sense of it, because the mind can't make sense of those things. You are receiving flood of insights in your dreams, and you are having, just like an owl, kind of all-round awareness of things. So do trust what you're receiving in dreams. Okay, so what else do we have? I think I'm going to move forward actually now with, if everybody's happy, I'm going to move forward with questions and answers. So who's going to jump in first? Oh, there's been a fox on your property to tell me. Well, the fox, my darling Rachel, is also about independence as well. But you've also seen it in the Pilgrim card. So the fox is about independence and about seeing solutions to problems, because every problem is put there in front of us in order for us to grow and evolve from it. So I think that's really lovely. Bug Lover, does Spirit have advice for me regarding my path? Is it my intuition or wishful thinking? Well, isn't that one and the same, my darling? If you wish it and it brings you joy and happiness, advice for Bug Lover. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, they all want to jump for you, my darling. This is a big deck, so bear with me as Spirit guys are shouting at me. This one. You've got the 8 of Earth, which is the 8 of Pentacles here, my darling, and it's a sort of combination of it. The answer for you is in nature. Nature is your best teacher. Okay, look carefully. I mean, it's extraordinary how nature shows us, and everything is connected. You've got here this beautiful sort of circle here with almost a kind of source energy in the middle there. If you're having a problem tapping into your intuition, there's too much stuff, there's too much clutter, there's too much stuff going on in your mind. Step into nature where it's quiet. I'm going to pull another card for you. Thank you, Spirit. And you've got the 7 of Water here, which is the 7 of Cups. So there's lots of options for you. There are things, lots of adjacent possibilities coming in. You're going to, whatever you're doing is something that's to do with a gathering place, because you know what this card is it's like a watering hole, and you see all the animals coming in. So what this is saying to me, in that space, there is no prey, there is no predator, all the animals are coming in. So whatever it is you're doing is being recognized as something that brings people together. I hope that helps. You've now got the 9 of water, which is the 9 of cups, which is your wish fulfillment. So whether you consider this wishful thinking or your intuition, it's one and the same thing, my darling. And Spirit says, follow it, follow that intuition, however hard it may be, like the salmon having to go upstream back to the place of its birth to lay its eggs. Follow your dreams. Take that leap of faith. Take the leap of faith with this. I hope that's helped. Aurora, what your spiritual strengths are. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to use my Spirit song for that one. Spiritual strengths. 10 of crystals you've got. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Crystals. So this is the alligator, my darling. You see, I use lots of nature cards because they really do tell us so much. So you're very, you've done a lot of groundwork. So when you're talking about your strengths here, you've done a lot of groundwork in order to reach your goals. What Spirit is also saying is, do say well done to yourself. Do kind of look at all the blessings that have come in for your life. You're very good at being. I mean, what's kind of everything you touch turns to gold, and you do have a way. You have a high vibe energy about you, and you attract it in. So do believe in that. Do believe in that. I hope that's helped you at this time. Let me just take that card back and move on. Charlene would love a birthday reading, please. Of course, Charlene. Happy birthday, my darling. Happy birthday, Charlene. A message for Charlene. Thank you. That wanted to come out. A message for Charlene. Let me just put those cards back as well. Message for Charlene. Keep posting those questions if they disappear off the screen. I will get to as many as I can, my darlings. Message for Charlene. Woo! That flew out for you. So again, you've got this 8 of Earth. This is your birthday message, darling. Get out into nature. Look carefully. Be in the stillness. You are on this pilgrimage at the moment. We've talked about this card before. There is that fox again. And the fox represents your independence. The more you're stepping out on your quest, on your pilgrimage, the more you're stepping out with self-love and releasing things, the more you are so self-reliant, self-respect, independence. And, as you tread thoughtfully, as you tread lightly, you're allowing whatever it is it's meant to come forth for you to come in for you. Thank you, Spirit. I hope that. Oh, and we've also wanted to appear for you, the Witch of Air. So this for me is this love is the energy, air is the kind of breath of life, and that is love as well. And so ask yourself on your birthday, what do you love? What it is that you're wishing to bring forth into your life? What do you wish to communicate? How do you wish to communicate? Because everything, my darling, starts with an idea. Everything you're sitting around now, it all starts with an idea. It starts with thought. So what is it you're wishing to create? Because you are the Queen of Air. So use your words very wisely and carefully, because they're very powerful at this time. I hope that helps you for a birthday messages. Sherry, your birthday is this Thursday. Happy birthday. Starting to write a book. Any guidance regarding this? Advice for Sherry. Thank you, Spirit. Pleasure, Charlene. Guidance for writing a book. Messenger of Air. This is interesting, my darling. So this card is about anything is possible. There is, again, Messenger of Air. It's a transitional time with you with communication. So this is absolutely perfect for you. Try not to do, and just as you asked this question for me, the Messenger of Air is talking also about being very open to receiving guidance. So do get as many people's thoughts about this book that you're writing is possible, because again, God's messengers come in many, many forms. The swan here talks about whatever it is you're looking to do with this book. The swan for me is very much a bird about healing and about grace as well. So whatever it is that you're looking to do, it has very graceful, peaceful intentions for those that are due to read it. And the universe knows who's going to read your book. You don't need to worry about that. You just put the words out. You're the messenger. You're putting out words with clarity and peace and grace. And those that are meant to come and read it will read it. So dream it, my darling. Ask and believe that you're going to do this, because you are. That's a beautiful message for you. Thank you so much, Naomi. Thank you, my darling. That's so kind. Thank you, Naomi. Who I controlled love was back in my life, and we are platonic friends. I can't distinguish his energy, toxic or anxiety filled. Any insights about the best friend? Any insights? Thank you, Spirit. Toxic or anxiety filled. Thank you. Ooh, quite a lot of cards have wanted to come out for you, but this one came over. Six of Air. Okay, the Six of Swords. For immediately, what this is saying, you see there the two swans. So the two swans kind of mate for life. So it's talking about the best friends being in each other's lives and having that loyalty to each other as well. This is not toxic, my darling. This is purely it's a purely fear-based reactions that this person is having, and just glide through this like a swan. Just glide through this journey with them, with the trust that they are also here to be a teacher for you. And if you, which I know you do, can understand whatever their actions are, they're coming from their place of pain, of issues, of feeling things. They're not coming as a direct reaction to how you are or who you are. Okay, so they're coming from them because of where they are in their life, not who you are. So, and with that, you can kind of release your attachment to it and observe it and look to see what you can learn from it. But because I've got these two swans here, I'm not seeing anything here that's from a place that's other than anxiety and fear driven. I hope that helps you at this time. Maludi from Texas. Hello, my darling. New job. Looking for a new job. Advice from Maludi, please. I hope you will like these new cards. Oh, it is beautiful, isn't it, Brenda? Thank you. Advice for Maludi. Thank you. Five of Earth. So what Spirit is saying here, I just want to show you this card here. So this is the sort of Five of Pentacles. And you've got here as well, in nature, nothing is sort of wasted. Everything is sort of recycled. Everything is sort of, it's not lost, it's sort of redone. So it's for you, it's pay attention at the moment to things that are in excess in your life, and what is it that you wish to do that is a form of giving back. And if that helps you with this new job, the hair doesn't, the hair is all kind of knowing, all seeing. It's born with its eyes open. It's these extraordinary ears. So Spirit is saying, just be very aware of things around you, because there are messages that they are trying to give you at this time. And they can come in and out just like that. So I hope that helps you at this time. And you've also got on the bottom of the deck the same card that I just pulled as well, this Messenger of Air. So whatever it is going to be a very nurturing, healing thing for you and for others as well. So this is a transitional time for you. There are messengers, there are signs, synchronicities. Keep being open and receptive for those. Thank you. Mickey, thank you so much. Thank you. Natalie, will I meet someone new, or do I see how things unfold? Thank you. For Natalie, what should Natalie do? Should she meet someone new or wait to see how things evolve? Thank you. For Natalie, Spirit. Well, that wanted to come out. They're saying stop worrying about it, basically. Craftsman of water. So water is your emotions. Natalie, have some fun. Now, just release this need to know the answer now, okay? Stop focusing on others at this time and focusing, just have some fun. Literally, this card is have some fun. Do things that you wouldn't normally necessarily do. Don't worry about things, lighten up about it, just accept that whatever's intended for you is going to be intended for you. Do things that are spontaneous as well. And also that anything that is kind of your feeling is causing you uncomfortableness at this time, do just take a moment or two to think about why that is. What is it that that Spirit is wanting you to learn? What is it that Spirit is wanting you to learn from this? But they're saying, let go, have some fun, relax, sit back, let this happen. And whatever it is that's intended to happen for you, it will be for your greatest joy. It will be for your greatest good. But just release the impatience and the waiting for it. No more waiting. Live your life, my darling. Live your life, and whatever it is will come in for you. I know it's not quite what you wanted to hear, but that is Spirit's very firm message there. What do we got here? Valerie, what message is Spirit trying to give me with some unusual activities? Thank you, Spirit. What message are you wishing to give Valerie? They're saying balance, my darling. Number 11, balance. Consider the choices you're making at this time in your life. Everything in nature has a beautiful balance. Again, it's all about that giving and receiving. And this very wise lady is sort of pointing that out. It's time to have a balance between your productivity. It's time to have a balance between rest and rejuvenation, being playful. It's time to let go of things with the magpie, those things, those shiny things in our life that we think are important and are actually not. And, you know, where to pay attention in your life? What is it that you really love, my darling? Pay attention to that and stop paying attention to things, you know, that old saying, where attention goes, energy flows. So I hope that's helped you at this time. Melissa, message from Spirit loved ones regarding my work and family, please. Yes, of course, Melissa. I'll see what comes out for you, which is the most prevalent, my darling, or it could be both. But let's just see what comes out for you for Melissa. Thank you. For Melissa. There we go. That's flown out. Wisdom Keeper. Isn't that beautiful? So what I'm usually saying with this is, do you see the dog at the front here? That's your soul who loves you unconditionally, just like dogs do with us. And dogs are very much an amazing teachers for us about being in the moment and not worry too much unless it's food and things like that in their next walk. But it's about being relaxed and being in that moment. This is a transitionary time for you. You have an incredibly free spirit. And at the moment, it's just being still. It's just resting at the moment. It's gaining the information, the knowledge it needs for the next stage of its journey when it's going to run free. So it's a chance for you at the moment to look at your journey right now with your relationships, you know, with your career, and look back at what you discovered. This is the wisdom keeper. You are the wisdom keeper. And again, get out into nature. Ask for signs, say thank you for the signs for me to see. You know, guys, nature really is an amazing teacher and sends to us in beautiful timing the most extraordinary messages. So anytime you notice anything out in nature, do just look it up and do laugh, because it will be completely resonate to where you are right now. And as I've said that, look at this card's just appeared, the Wheel of Life. And you see all of those extraordinary images and symbols there of nature, with the spider in the middle, which, you know, as you know, is everything is connected to source energy. And we can either view ourselves trapped in a web, not being able to move, or we can see that we are weaving and creating everything in connection with everything else as well. So that is a very beautiful message from Spirit. You know, And it's a reminder for us that just like in nature, there are meanings. There's always a meaning and a purpose to cycles in life. To spring, summer, autumn, winter. There's always meanings to everything. And just like in this card, if you can see, it talks about the things that you're manifesting, the seeds they're going to nurture into, they're going to blossom into plants, into flowers. Everything is perfectly timed, just like in nature in the cycle of life. And Mother Nature, she creates, she destroys, she destructs, and then there's a rest time and it's a rebirth. So this is this sort of summer, spring, autumn, winter, whichever which way around it is. So let's move forward. That's fantastic, Melissa. Well, the ocean's an amazing teacher as well. The ocean, if you imagine the ocean, and this again is a message for us all that Spirit is giving me, just like the tides, there are a few messages here, but just like the tides, if you're overcome with emotion at this time, tides are a beautiful remembrance for us that there is always an ebb and a flow, and you're never given more than you can handle. So when you're having a flow of emotion, it will recede, and you'll have a rest period. And the water of the sea can be calm, it can appear calm, it can also be turbulent. But underneath that, deep down in the water, there's a whole other community of life, of birth, of change. It's extraordinary, the depths that the ocean has. And so whatever we might see on the surface is not necessarily what's going on underneath as well. And trust that, at this time, if you're going through a healing process, there'll be an extraordinary amount of deep level doing going on for you. And my darling, if you enjoy walking by the ocean, then that's a reflection of also what you've been doing. Emma, any advice from Spirit in my living situation, planning to move, but had doubtful thoughts, wondering what's best for me, staying where I am doesn't feel right. Moving back to the city feels icky. Okay. Advice for Emma, Spirit. Thank you, my darlings. Advice for Emma. Let's see what wants to come out for you, my darling. There we go. That wants to come out. Well, you've got offering here, number 10. Now, it's interesting because for me, what I'm immediately picking up with this is that it's not the city so much for you. I'm kind of seeing this woodland as well. Your guides are there. This is the tree of life. This is what you're giving. Wherever you're meant to be going, my darling, it's what you're giving, you're receiving back now. So this is something to do with what you are looking to do, and you're not. Let me just pull one more card on this. Actually, I see it now. You've got this goddess of fire here. So you know the answer already. You can see the wood for the trees, literally. And what this is also saying to me is there is people around you at this time who are giving you, just like this goddess of fire, are giving you very sage advice. They've been sent, God's messengers. And because this is the goddess of fire, fire is that warmth. Fire also talks about creativity, talking about speaking from one's higher self. So they are offering wisdom. So just those people around you. So if you've already received wisdom and it's resonating with you, then that is the way forward for you to go. So I hope that helps you at this time. Thank you. Donna, yes, my darling. Donna. Guys, if you're enjoying this, do remember to hit the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I will be very grateful. It's a lovely sort of energy exchange, which I, again, would be very, very grateful for. So thank you so much. Thank you for Donna. There we go. So Donna, you have a rebirth and the strength card at the bottom of the deck. So there is certainly some huge change that you've gone through. And I see this more as a change of you now starting to really firmly believe in yourself. And you're starting to see an almost kind of it's very close to you, starting to see things that are happening for you now because you've had a massive shift. There's been a big turning point for you. And because of that, you know, she's looking so hopeful. And you are very openly embracing everything. And there have been, you know, you're kind of like feeling like the keeper of secrets yourself. You kind of want to share in what you're learning at the moment with others, which is amazing. But you're beginning to see and understand that there is a meaning and purpose in absolutely everything. And you've got this strength card as well. I mean, what a beautiful card that is. So Spirit is saying that with this journey, you know, although it's been it was being fearful for you to do, you've kind of still stepped forward despite that fear. And that fear of, you know, rather than feeling excited and ready, that fear has turned into sort of feeling excited and ready. And you are continue to be strong, continue to stand up and be strong, continue to stand up and say what is right, continue to stand up for others if that is what you are doing. So I hope that's helped you at this time. Susan, please, if you're able, let me know if I'm going to meet a special someone one day for Susan. Thank you. Susan, regarding love. Thank you, Spirit. So 6 of Earth and the Messenger of Water. So there is, with the Messenger of Water, this is on the bottom of the deck. Yes, there is something. This is a message of love coming in. It's quite a playful love. There is movement. And Spirit is saying with this, with the seal, it's based, you know, seals have a huge amount of empathy. They're seen as very loving as well. So it's a very lovely love that is coming towards you. And Spirit is also saying part of the, this is the 6 of Earth. This is the 6 of Pentacles here as well. So part of this is your giving and receiving too. And that it's the understanding that everything has a beginning, that it's very new. It's like a sort of renewal here. And you kind of got these little newts that are then going to turn into the frogs, into the wise toads and things like that. So just, it may not be quite what you're expecting. I know I'm kind of getting that kiss of frog to turn into a prince and princes. And this is, I believe, a dragon's eye. So just know that everything that you're calling towards you is a reflection of yourself, but it's all leading to the evolution of your soul. And if you can see relationships as that, as something that is, you don't hold on to, they're all beautifully fleeting, every moment is fleeting, and you just look for the beauty in them all, and you respect and understand that we are all exactly where we're meant to be on our life path. So make wise choices, my darling, but there is definitely somebody coming in. You are manifesting it. This is the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Fire. You're slightly, again, because this is sort of the untrodden path, this is not the sort of well-trodden path here. You're slightly going to go off from where your normal comfort zone is with this person. They're going to be something slightly different for you. So I hope that has helped. Natasha, my darling, I'm feeling very overwhelmed and lost. Would appreciate any message from Spirit, of course, my darling. Natasha, thank you. My message for Natasha at this time. 7 of Fire. Okay, my darling. So this is a beautiful card for you that's come out. I'm just going to put those cards out of the way. And because the other card that's come out as well is the 4 of Swords. I want to talk about this card for you first. Do you see the eagle up there in the card? The 4 of Swords is that healing card. And even an eagle who is brave, who is courageous, you know, we all kind of, in my respect, has to have a moment of rest. Okay, has to have a moment of sitting, of being. And this is where you are right now. It is not a time to move forward. It is not a time to try and make sense of kind of where you are. It is the acceptance at the moment that you are being given a time of rest. This is a time of refuge. And in this time, you can sit and observe. And like the eagle, if you try and observe it from your higher self, and because the eagle from that tree can kind of see both far away and close, you need rest. But that rest is going to give you an empowerment, because within that rest, if you allow it, those fleeting thoughts, those things that come in, that silence is going to give you the answers that you need. Spirit has withdrawn you. Whatever struggle you were in, Spirit has withdrawn you from that. And that was very important to do, because you can't heal in a place that you have hurt. And they've withdrawn you from conflict, and they're giving you this time and space. And with this 7 of fire, which is the 7 of wands here, Spirit is saying, just like this extraordinary lion who is very strong, which you are, very courageous, which you are, very gentle in your approach as well, that choose your battles. Don't reply to everything. Don't feel the need to respond to everything. Just sit quietly and observe. You know, the lion will always step in, the male lion, when the cubs are getting a little bit too noisy or naughty, but otherwise just sits back and observes. And the roses represent love and grace. So just don't handle anything from a place of anger. Don't handle anything from a place of resentment. Just handle everything when you feel, rather than a reactionary place, you've actually observed it, and then you're acting from a place of understanding. So I hope that's helped, and that's going to help you bring in peace as well at this time. But you are being given this time of rest and renewal, and all will make sense, just like the eagle. The eagle is the bird that flies closest to heaven. And the 8 of Cups, one more card for you, my darling. And again, I know it's for you because the 4 of Swords is there on the bottom of the deck. These little turtles here. This is a time again to move away. Maybe you're asking to move away from family at this time, but to just, or those that you're just feeling this urge, you're feeling this pull, and this is this instinct, this pull for your life path, whatever it is. And there is a venture that awaits you, darling. We've just talked about the sea and what lies beneath it. There's a whole another world waiting for you, but you're just sit in this space where you are and accept where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be at this time. So I hope that's helped. Carla, have I met my soulmate yet? Thank you. Has Carla met her soulmate yet? Thank you, Spirit. That's lovely, Parry. Thank you. Has Carla met her soulmate yet? Thank you, Spirit. Well, interesting. No is the answer, but they are on their way in. So you've had some big changes in your life with relationships. We've talked about this World Cup before. You have taken only what you've needed from that, and that's been a very courageous and brave and rewarding thing to do, and you've moved forward. And what is coming in for you is this 4 of Wands. Do you see with the foxes here? There's a lot of foxes in this reading. So, you know, foxes talk about as well, as I said, about your independence. So whatever relationship is coming in, it's not going to be a codependent relationship. You're both going to enjoy loving one another, but not from a place of needing it. You're just going to share in how much love you have within yourself. And it's going to, you see in the background, there's that little cottage there as well. So this is about coming home to oneself. And this is obviously with the soulmate message in there for you too. Yes, and you're going to have children with them. But what Spirit is also saying is 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands here. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands. Trust in whatever communication is coming in about it. Just be aware of what's happening at the time. There's lots of messages. Be open, be inquisitive like the monkey. Try not to be too impatient like the monkey. This is a new dawn happening for you. This is a new day. And so just enjoy it because it's coming in for you. And there you are, my darling. 2 of Cups, beautiful card. The otters, one of my favorite spirit animals, have so much to teach us. Do look up the otter, but some of the key messages with the otter are self-love is so important, otherwise otters couldn't survive. It's going with the flow, it's being playful, it's being kind, it's not taking it all too seriously, and it's about a beautiful harmonious partnership where you're both looking in the same direction. So I hope that made you happy, Carla. That's was a lovely cards there to pull for you. Oh, domestic violence, any advice for domestic violence? I think what you're looking to do is lovely. It's extraordinary, my darling. Any advice for domestic violence? Yes, look at this. 2 beautiful water, 3 cards for you. On the bottom of the deck, you're on this journey, my darling. And just trust this is your soul's journey. You've made great changes. Continue to look at where you want to go and why you want to go, where you want to go, where you want to go and why you want to go, where you want to go. There are anything that happens that might end up being what you would consider a mistake is not a mistake. It's just, again, an opportunity for growth for you. And just know that this journey that you're doing for others is also for yourself, because each and every step you take is also for your own soul's evolution. So do remember that. That is the same for all of us. Everything that we do, whether we're doing it for others, we're also doing it for ourselves. As we give, we also receive, if we're doing it from the right space. You've got this 9 of water, which is 9 of cups. Again, the salmon here. So Spirit is saying, take the leap of faith. Keep taking that leap of faith, my darling, however hard it may seem. You're going home. You're coming home to yourself. Keep taking that leap of faith. You're going to defy all of the odds. And you've then got here the Witch of Water, which could be the Queen of Cups. You have gone through a kind of whole up and down of emotions, like the waves, a whole kind of roller coaster, up and down, ebb and flow of emotions. It's been incredibly challenging for you, but you've kind of ridden those tides, like the mermaid. You've adapted, you've been fluid, you've sat in those emotions, you haven't run from them. And because of that, you've turned into this beautiful Queen of Cups, this Witch of Water, who's able to now offer others the gift of love, the gift of self, to help them learn their self-love, the gift of abundance, the gift of giving, because you have done this inner work yourself. So I hope that really helps you at this time. And lastly, my darling, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Earth. Everything is interlinked. Everything is interwoven. You're going through a sort of like a Kundalini kind of awakening thing here. You're sensing, you're feeling, you're seeing the connection with all things. It's literally lit up in front of you, this path. It's like this understanding that everything is connected on a very deep level to one another. And there is a huge amount of support for you, like a web of support for you at this time. You're not alone. So that was a lovely message for you. Love and unity. Can you provide any insight about the strong connection I feel to someone? I'm having a hard time letting go and moving on. Yes, my darling. Sometimes what happens is when we feel vulnerable and insecure, and this is again a message for all of us, when we feel vulnerable and insecure within ourselves because of that condition, those conditioned thoughts in our mind, etc. When we meet somebody, it seems to solve the problem for a while, and we kind of make that person. We kind of say, well, now I feel happy, now I feel amazing. But what happens is that all of that insecurity, anxiety, hurt, vulnerability, lies that we've been telling ourselves, it doesn't go away. It just resides. It just rests for a while. And then what happens is that we, as things start to change with that person, because we've still got all this within ourselves, it starts to come up again to the surface. But then we start to then attach it as the blame on the other person, rather than actually addressing the fact that we make somebody else the center of our hope, center of our existence, it's outside of ourselves. So how can that be our foundation? So what if you're feeling that you haven't let go of them? I want you to ask yourself, the question is it the feeling of love that you're finding it hard to let go of, or the feeling of hurt, or the feeling of what is it within you that is actually hurting here? So you've got the wolf pack here, which is the 9 of Pentacles. It's a very interesting card, this. Spirit is asking you, like the wolf pack, you know, they go through the snow. It's generally they're traveling at dark. You know, they're traveling in the dark, they're traveling in the dusk. They can only follow. There's no path to follow. So Spirit is saying you've really got to follow your instincts here, and ask yourself again that question about accepting why it is you're feeling this way, why it is you're having trouble letting go. Is it simply because you're having trouble letting go of how you felt when it ended? Or are you having trouble letting go? Is there feelings that you brought into that relationship that you hadn't resolved from the previous relationship? It's an interesting card for you. And you've also got the 4 of Pentacles here, which is the 4 of Earth. Spirit wants you to, where is your spiritual space? Where is your place, your space where you feel at peace? Spirit says the answers will come to you there. The answers will come to you in that space. You know, how do you ground yourself, my darling? Thank you, Spirit. Any other messages? Again, we've got this has seemed to be a card that's going to appear a lot tonight. We've got this World card here. It has taken you great courage and determination to do this, but I want you to start to look at, and this is something, again, that I can only talk about from my own experiences. It's about really where there is a disillusionment, and where we sometimes get addicted to feeling a certain way, but is it actually real, or is it just simply because of an unhealed hurt that's still within us? So you are moving forward in the right direction, my darling. I hope that's helped you at this time. What have we got here? Oh, that's lovely, domestic violence. Oh, bless, Brenda. I hope your puppy's feeling better soon. Ivy, yes, of course, my darling. A message from Spirit. Seven of Earth. Beautiful, beautiful card. Something that you are doing, my darling. It's very noble. You have a very noble cause. Your soul is signed up for something. There's a huge amount of integrity. Spirit is saying, seize the day. It's like running stags. It's like carpe diem. Seize the day at the time. Channel your drive and your energy in whatever it is that you are doing, because it's very nurturing. This is the 3 of Earth, the 3 of Pentacles. You've got to also, though, you've got this running horse in the background, which is Spirit, too, because it represents the freedom and peace of following your creative expression, your soul's intent. But with this 3 of Pentacles, you're in a comfortable space right now. And so they're saying, seize the day. There's things that maybe you're not seeing or not wanting to see. Step outside of your comfort zone. So I hope that is helpful for you. Louise, hello from Canada. I'd like to know what's next. There were too many endings in my life this year. Quite a lot of cards have come out for you, my darling. I'm actually going to take them all. No, I'm not. I'm going to see if they pop out again for you. I did see the Pilgrim card. Thank you, Spirit. There we go. So you've got the 10 of Air. Okay, first of all, you've got the Star card at the bottom of the deck here. This is the healing card for you. Darling, those endings were meant to have happened for you. It's important sometimes to recognize that even when we don't want things to finish, to end, they need to, because they are not doing us any good by remaining in our life. And so don't be surprised when God closes the door on things. And it is simply because you are your soul is wishing to move on from that. And there is always, if you look forward rather than looking back, you're allowing, if you're not holding on to things and releasing them with the understanding that they've been extraordinary teachers, whomever has come into your life. And actually, maybe that was their soul's intent. They signed up in order to teach you something, to come into your life to teach you something. And those endings, just like the pilgrim, is allowing you to move forward now without any attachments to anything. It's giving you a certain sense of freedom. You've got here this star card, as I said. So this is a time to sit within those emotions. Don't run from your feelings, because if you run from them, if you box them up, then it just causes disease within you, and that disease can end up manifesting itself physically within you. But this is a time for you in this space. If you're open and willing to receive insight, you're going to receive the answers that you need. It's a time for you to really release a lot of things that haven't served you. And sometimes spirit comes in and gives us great big slaps around the face. But, it's things have to go in order for other things to come in. You've got this 10 of Swords here. So it was causing a great deal of upset in your life. A great deal of negativity around you. Try to let go of kind of rational thoughts about this. The mind is never, ever going to make sense of anything. And that's why it's really, when we overthink things, we just end up going round and round and round in cycles about it, because the mind can only process the stories that we've told it for the most part. So, and the other amazing thing about this card is you've got here is the 10 of Air, which, as I said, is the 10 of Swords. What I'm seeing is that kind of beautiful swarm you sometimes see with birds. And that's an extraordinary thing to watch. I don't know what it's called. I know there's a specific name for it. But how do those birds move and swirl and do everything in perfect, beautiful synchronicity? So it's a remember for you that everything is connected. And everything is turning in the right direction for you, although you may not be aware of it. And you've also got the 7 of Swords here. I know you've gone through some deception in your life. I know you've gone through things that you felt were very fleeting and transitionary, but they've all been designed to give you clarity and understanding, and come away from it with a certain sense of peace about it. Now, this little card here with these feathers also talks about messages that you've been getting. And I've learned that this is called a witch's ladder. So if this is a lovely thing to do, guys. If you have been receiving messages and you've been seeing, feathers, which are a wonderful way of spirit messaging with us, collect them up. And when you've kind of got 7 of them, attach them like a witch's ladder, and attach them and leave them to sort of float and move about in the wind. And by doing that, you're sort of giving them back. You're giving them back with gratitude for whatever it is that was already coming in or is coming in. So do keep aware of signs and synchronicities, my darling, as well. That was a message for you. Hi, Kitty. How are you, my darling? Yes, of course I have. I wanted to say a big thank you to Kitty, and also to Yogi, who's here, because you have helped so much in sort of guiding me to see messages of people that's come in. So thank you so much, you guys. And thank you to everybody else who has done as well. But I really, really, really appreciate it. So messages for Kitty. You've got this beautiful wheel of life, my darling, which we've touched upon earlier. So it's that perception, which I know you have, that everything is connected. You are weaving together everything, and all of those seeds of growth you're starting to see that's happening. And when you stand in the center of that wheel and you observe it all as a beautiful, arranged in a metrical rhythm, just like the omniverse, all that is verse arranged in a metrical rhythm, then you're not attached to anything. Then you allow the wheel to turn. It's only when we become attached to outcomes, we cling on to things, that we kind of go through lots of ups and downs, because we're literally sort of hanging on the outside of the wheel. So that is an extraordinary message for you. And you've got the Wisdom Keeper has come out again. There is answers in nature for you. Your soul's completely relaxed and happy, my darling, with where you are right now. A little bit of a rest for you. And again, very much a free, beautiful, beautiful spirit. And whatever you're working on right now, you're doing it very much from the heart space, which is just beautiful. So I hope that's helped you at this time, Kitty. Where are we? Shara, moving internationally and changing careers, so welcome any guidance. Of course, my darling. I like your eyes after you're changing careers. Oh, thank you, Jack. Murmuration, that's lovely. Isn't that a beautiful word, a murmuration? It almost sounds like a murmur, doesn't it, as they move? Beautiful. I'm sure that's not the reason it is. Kitty, I'm going to do the same thing with my feathers as well. Shara, message for Shara. Oh, Parry, that's lovely. I have a wreath that I made from feathers that have appeared in my life. Beautiful. 6 of Earth. Balance. Knowing that this is a new way of looking, of giving and receiving for yourself at this time. Reflect where you are right now. Consider the possibilities of this new change, and choose from a space where you're making it. Choose wisely, my darling. So choose from what you're hoping to do. Don't choose from fear. Try not to choose from fear. Choose from things that bring you joy. And if when you make the decision you feel relief, then you've made the right decision. It's not, again, you've got this 3 of fire, which is the 3 of wands. So this is something that you've been manifesting, whether you know it or not. It is not something that's sort of as I said before, the kind of well-trodden path. This is something different to what you might normally do. And you are being guided along that way at this time. So, and you've got the 6 of fire, which is the 6 of wands. So something that you are going to succeed at, something you're going to succeed at. And, the dragonflies are such a beautiful, they represent ancient wisdom. And the dragonfly also represents the light of God. So whatever it is that you're looking to do, these dragonflies, this light on the water, it's all about your transformation, your rebirth. It's beautiful. I mean, look at those 2 dragonflies there with the light of God, the love of God there. So this is very much a message for you there. Harry, you have such beautiful messages. Ollie, a message for Ollie. Well, interesting, because you've got very much the same messages here. You've got the goddess of air here again. So this spider. So this is that whole space of whatever you're doing. You're always weaving new paths, new ways of being. It's a reminder that everything is interconnected. Everybody's on the end of, let's say, an energy web, an energy thread of a web, and everything is. Where are you at the moment, my darling, as you're weaving everything together? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling creative? Where is your attention going? Which thread is it flowing down? Are you receiving it back? Is there a balance? What are you sending out? What are you taking back in? So this is a reminder for you as well. And I'm seeing here she's got these sort of scissors for the first time, or a knife. So cut ties of things that don't serve you any longer, darling. Cut ties of relationships that are sort of dragging you down, bringing you down, and try and release all of that. Find a space. You've got the 4 of Earth. Find that space, that sacred space where it is you like to sit and just be. Excuse the pun, I'm seeing the bees on there. You've got, again, the dragonflies here. So this is, I'm getting wandering. I don't know why I'm getting wandering, but just go with that beautiful flow at the moment, and just try and appreciate the beauty of all things. I know it's sometimes difficult when our life, you know, is busy, and sometimes it's hard, but there is beauty and magic in the tiniest of things. And the Three of Wands, you are manifesting a kind of different path to what normally people might think that you might take as well. And now I'm seeing the Witch of Earth. So for me, this is going to take great bravery for you, but you're being called to do something, something that is your soul's, your life purpose. And you've got great courage to do it, but it is your life purpose. And it generally, for me, when you have one of these sort of cards like this, the Witch of Earth, it's something to do with serving others. It's something to do with community here. So, and then I'm seeing the Seven of Cups. So that's that watering hole where the animals come together, where there's peace. So it's something you're bringing people together. I hope that's helped you at this time. I'm loving getting to know these cards. There's more than 78. Though they're quite difficult to handle. Shira, any message for Shira? Thank you, Spirit. Balance, my darling, and the Two of Fire. So you've got that beautiful balance card again. Again, it's the same. You know, how are you giving? Where are you giving your energy to now? Is it very much focused on yourself? Is it focusing? You know, consider the choices about where you're giving your energy. You know, energy is our most important thing. So protect it, guard it, cherish it. Pay attention to those things that are there for you, that bring you joy. Try not to pay too much attention on things that pull you down, pull your energy down, get you involved in things. The Two of Fire is this Two of Wands. And there is certain things that you're not wanting to look at right now, but there are things that have been given to you at this time that are reflecting back to you. This is the sort of the entwined snakes here. And try not to let fear with this Two of Wands, try not to let fear stop you from making any decision, any choices that you're looking to make, any change that you're looking to make, because change is amazing. Changes are always moving forward. It's evolutionary change for us and for others. And even if you fear something, with the snakes here, even if you fear something, have the courage to feel that fear, but still step forward, still move forward, but it's gonna help you make. And now I'm seeing the Two of Earth, the Two of Pentacles, a very wise, grounded decision, and something that's going to be very important for you moving forward, where you are going to just give yourself a little bit more self-love than you've done in the past, and you're going to just protect your energy space like the bear in the cave. You're just going to nurture yourself that little bit more, and you're going to see and there are people around you looking to help you at the time as well. There's a lot of deep connectivity that you have with people, and they're there for you to help you through whatever choices and decisions you're looking to make at this time. Thank you, Shirley. Shirley, should I move on for Shirley? What's she got? Shirley, you've got the Messenger of Water has popped out again now. Spirit is saying, always move on. You can always move on. You can always love somebody, but love and let go, love and let go. That's the biggest lesson that we can learn in our life. Nothing is ours to hold on to. Everything is fleeting. And when we bring ourselves into that space that we are going through a constant change, a constant evolution. And it's only fear within us that wants to hold on to something, because if we're holding on to something, why is that? What is it that we don't have within us that is enough? So, but you can move on, you can move forward with the understanding that if that person is meant to be in your life, then they'll come. but they'll come in their own divine timing. They'll come when it's the right time. And if not, then there's something else your soul has chosen. There's something else out there for you. And who are we to argue with God's evolutionary plan for us as well? So move forward, hold the space with love. And that's, this is this fluidity with the seal as well. Have a joy about what's to come in for you, because there is something beautiful coming in for you, darling. Let me just see if there's anything else for you there. Hang on a second. Sorry about these noisy cards. Oh, Emma, copy and paste your message again, darling. As Yogi said, this is a healing time for you as well. So that was just a last card that came out. There is a Spirit is saying this is a time a little bit, sorry to mention the word patience, temperance, healing, rest. And it's just a really important quiet time for you at this moment in time. You are moving forward as you're meant to, though, darling. I'm sorry it's not clearer than that, but that's the message that they're wishing to give me at this time. Thank you, Spirit. And they're also saying, let go. That's the maze. Let go. Let go. Just be. And let go of the control. Allow God to step in. So thank you, Shirley. I hope that's helped. Emma, question. Actually, I have a love question as well. Any message from Spirit on my love life? Feel something might be coming in. Only had one relationship, bad one ended years ago. Starting to feel open to receive again. That's lovely, Emma. Of course, my darling. Ace of Water. Fantastic. So this is like the Ace of Cups. So yes, this is for your love life. Something new, something beautiful, something amazing, something that you are calling towards you like the waterfall. Something that is very much a kind of manifestation of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Can you see that the water's sort of gone into three there? The toad represents the transformation that you have gone through in order for this divinely timed Ace of Cups to come in for you. Again, I'm getting about you might have to kiss a frog to get a prince. So again, they might not be quite what you're expecting, but it's because you've gone through such an evolutionary, transformative time about your value, what you deserve, and your self-love is at an all-time amazing high. You're literally calling it in now. So I think that's lovely. Anything else about this Ace of Cups, Spirit? Thank you. Put those back in. Thank you. Guys, it's 2222. So if anybody wants to look up angel number 2222, there'll be a message there. So Emma, you're manifesting this. Oh, well, they've just said the same thing to me. Look, very funny. It's pulled out again for you. I want to see if there's another message. So Ace of Water and the Three of Fire. So again, something you're not your usual type, but you're being guided in that direction. I think it's a really lovely. So watch this space, my darling. Watch this space. And, with the ferns there, you've gone through, ferns grow in the dark, nurtured in the dark. There is so much extraordinary healing that you have done. And well done you, my love. Thank you. Don't worry. Five of Pentacles. Don't worry about it. Just relax about it. Don't try not to feel the lack of it in your life. Just accept that you are enough exactly as you are. And, you have to sort of mate with your own soul almost before your soulmate comes in. So just let go of any impatience and anxiety about it. And they're also saying, look, there we go. Let go that craftsman of water, that craftsman of cups. Just have some fun in your life, and do things that are spontaneous, because maybe that spontaneousness will bring in whoever it is that's meant to be coming into your life, that sliding doors moment. And then you've got the Four of Wands, that lovely, lovely relationship that I mentioned earlier about coming home to yourself as well. And both of you in a very beautiful, independent, but nurturing place with each other. So that's lovely. Elizabeth, I'm currently taking courses to become a medium. I doubt myself at times. Should I continue with the course? Absolutely yes, my darling. Absolutely yes. Whatever you have been guided to take this course, and where you are right now is absolutely perfect. And I can promise you something. This is the 8 of air has come out for you, the 8 of swords. The only thing that's stopping at this time is this kind of negative conditioning fear you have about, are you good enough? Can you do this? God, the universe, omniverse will give you exactly what you need at the right time for you. And you'll never be pushed too far. And just keep saying, I'm open and willing to receive. When I first started doing live readings, but when I first started doing my YouTube readings, I had those same things. And then when I was doing personal readings for people, I had that same thing in the early days. And then somebody very wise said to me, why are you nervous? Because God is sending to you exactly who's meant to come to you at this time. And as it's a two-way thing. So my fear went, because of course I am simply the messenger, just as you are. You are a messenger for spirit. So you just put yourself in their hands. So that is the 8 of air. And look, this 8 of air as a messenger is the eagle. The eagle flies closest to heaven, and it can fly higher and higher if it rids itself of negativity. That's the crows that try and attack it. And the eagle can change direction. So you are God's messenger. So trust it, accept it, and just know that you'll be taken at the right pace for you. I think that's very lovely. Janet, love to have any messages. Thank you, Spirit. Anybody who's I keep missing? Janet, 3 of air, my darling. So there is, you've gone through quite a bit of, you see all this sort of murky waters and things that have happened. This is a sort of 3 of swords. You are starting to really rise up and away from this. You're starting to kind of free yourself of it. There is a need for you to continue to step back and observe it, and also ask yourself that sort of question, that is this energy is it attached, is it very much there in your consciousness all the time, or is it something that kind of just sits with you from something that's a long time ago? But you are moving away from it. You have made some change, and it's starting to make you feel freer. Let's see what else is coming in for you. Thank you, Spirit. Well, look at that, 3 and 3 of air, and then you've got the 3 of fire there. So it is asking you to go in a direction that you haven't really done before. There is look, and again, Ace of Water. This is all leading to this self-love, to this overflowing feeling of self-love. You've got here the 9 of earth, the 9 of pentacles here. Your tribe, follow the direction that you're instinctively wanting to go, even if it's painful. It's going to allow you to continue to free yourself of wherever this energy was with this 3 of swords. And I'm getting your tribe, your soul family, they're there to receive you. And then you've got here the craftsman of fire, which has been left behind on the deck here for you. It's a challenging time. Sometimes we're alone. We're alone. We're put in solitude because it's time for us to find out our soul's purpose, our life's purpose. And whatever efforts you're doing at the time, they're making you stronger and stronger. So keep working hard at whatever it is you're doing, whether this is something that is very much a manifestation physical thing, or it's something to do with the healing that you're doing. And I'm also seeing the Four of Water here, the Four of Cups. This is with the whales, the community, the sound of the kind of cosmos, represents the cosmos. It represents communication, that underlying understanding, energy, feeling in the space where you are. Where you are upset, if you're still grieving, if there is that sense of sadness around you, do reach out to those around you. They are there for you. Do communicate. They are definitely there for you, my darling. So I hope that has helped you at this time. Anybody that I'm missing a lot? Teresa, message for Teresa. Message for Teresa. You've got this Seven of Air again. So this message for you is you are getting signs, you are getting synchronicities. Pay attention to them. Let me see what else is coming out for you. And the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands as well. So whatever you, what was your question again, my darling? Teresa, was it just a general question? Because what I'm seeing here is whatever's happening for you at this time, Spirit is asking you to appreciate the support of family, appreciate the comfort of family, and continue to focus hard. Again, although you may feel alone at times, as I've talked about, you are very dedicated. You're working hard, and that journey, that horseshoe, I was just suddenly saying there's luck, there's things coming in. That's why those guides are there for you. And I'm also seeing the shaman, the healer, whoever's coming to help you at this time, a guide, a sound bath. I'm seeing the snake there for the first time. So this is very much somebody that's going to help you shed a lot of skins, release a lot of things. Okay. Yeah, I do. I'm from India. I want to ask you, Aditi Sharma, her feelings for me. We have conflicts and we hardly ever talk. Yeah, I do. Message for yeah, I do. Thank you. You've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, which makes the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, with this card, with this Three of Pentacles, you're in a space where you're not seeing things. It's kind of like you've got used to being in that space where you've kind of become comfortable in it. So where it was, what is not normal has become normal for you. So you're receiving less than you deserve, my darling. And that's what I'm receiving with this card. So it's time for you to step away from that. Your soul, your spirit is wishing to run free. And again, you've got the running stags here. So just, there is something that very noble, something that you're doing. Seize the day, move with intention, and channel your drive and your energy away from the focus of where you were, and move it forward. Get it ready, darling. You've now got the messenger of fire coming in, and this is, with the ram here. The messenger of fire is it's a messenger. Fire is wands. It's about things that you are desiring, things that are changing, but the ram is about you being confident and raring to go as well. You are getting signs. The scarab beetle in this card, do you see in that thing, do you see in the pentacle there almost? The scarab beetle talks about, with this moving forward, just letting go of outcomes at this time and moving forward, you are the scarab beetle talks about resurrection, transformation, new cycles, creation, and it's bringing you away from this space, which is here the Three of Cups, Three of Water, where this is a slightly different Three of Cups. This is a kind of period where you see the fog on the water. So you haven't been able to, you've had a sort of fog and confusion around you at this time. And you've sort of been sitting, waiting. You have got help, you have got soul family there, but now's the time. The Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, now's the time with Six to kind of move forward, my darling, and just to understand that you are connected, everything's connected. It's leading you to where you want to go. It might not be with this person, but take that leap of faith. A lot of the same cards are coming out tonight. I hope that's helped you, Jack. Of course, darling. A message for me, please, from Spirit, for Jack. Thank you for Jack. Well, you've got the Three of Cups has popped out for you, darling. Let me see what else has come out for you. Oops, too many cards. Thank you, Spirit. There has been a time for you where you haven't been able to understand or see or know the way forward. But there's something rather beautiful about a mist, isn't it? Because once the mist clears, it's kind of then suddenly crystal clear. And that's what I'm feeling for you at this time. Thank you. The root of the cause for you is deeply connected with your emotions. Whatever that may mean for you. And then you've got this Four of Water. And so what this is saying to me, this is something to do with community, family, connections that you have, underlying energy that's happening between you all, nurturing whatever that is or is not happening for you at this time. Do reach out, do talk, do renew yourself through a connection that you make. And it's also with the understanding that when we do talk to people, if we're talking from that space that is not ego driven, it's not pain driven, it's more from listening to understand, and also from speaking from love and understanding and compassion, we then give messages that come from our higher self. They come from love. And when we give messages such as that, we receive them. We receive the clarity as we speak. We receive those aha moments. So that, reach out, because in the reaching out and the communicating, you are receiving at the same time. I hope that's helped. That's lovely, Edu. I'm glad that's helped. Oh, Parry, that's beautiful. Moisture in the world, cleansing the air and the environment of toxins. It's beautiful, isn't it? Water can be rain, help me out here, rain, snow, clouds. It's like shape-shifting, isn't it? It's extraordinary. So, we continuously shift as we sit within water, within our emotions as well. Linda, me please. Does Spirit have anything for me as a guidance towards passion and my life's purpose? For Linda. And then I'll do Nancy. Linda. My passion, my life's purpose, for Linda. Wow. Okay, that wants to fly out for you. Six of Fire and the Sun. Yes, my darling. So we've got that beautiful Six of Fire card here again. So this is that card of dragonflies, the wisdom within you. Whatever you're doing for your life's purpose, you're doing it for both love of yourself, love of another. It is a gift it's a gift from God. This is the light from God. This is the healing from God. This is allowing for your transformation for others as well. And then you've got the Sun, which also is about healing as well, this card here. So you are very giving in nature, but you're able to be very giving in nature because you have accepted all sides of yourself. You've forgiven all sides of yourself. You've accepted who you are right now. That's enlightenment. It's acceptance of who we are right now in this present given moment. And through that, you've learned self-respect and self-love. And as you've healed, you're becoming that healer, that light worker for others as well. So it's a lovely transformation. I hope that's helped you at this time. Nancy, I'd love to have some guidance for romantic love for Nancy. Thank you, Spirit. Nancy, message from Nancy. They're wanting to keep it a secret, Nancy. I might move on to another deck in a second. I think they are, basically. You've got here the Eight of Wands. It's on its way. It's coming. This is the Eight of Wands. This is movement. This is where attention goes, energy flows. This is you focusing on, Nancy, if you focus on the overall feeling of what you want and why you want it without too much detail attached to it, that's what will bring it in, literally, because you're not kind of attached to one particular outcome. And with this Eight of Wands as well, you've got this new dawn coming in, you've got this beautiful flowing river leading out to, hang on, just one of my dogs is wanting to come in, leading out to that great expanse as well. So just be in this moment, being inquisitive like the monkey. I said, have some fun. Maybe that's how this person's meant to come in. This is a new dawn and a new day for you. So let me just, I think that was it for you. I just want to see if I can open up the door for my doggies. Bear with me a second. Who wants to come in? Who's coming in? Oh, maybe, there we go. Right, who's next? Laura, message receiving love for Laura. Ace of Air, my darling. Ace of Air, and on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Guardian. So let me talk about the overriding energy on the bottom of the deck. So this energy, okay, this is you. It's about understanding what you deserve. It's about saying, I deserve this. It's about your self-respect. It's about your confidence. It's about your integrity within yourself, your harmony within yourself. Okay, this is Guardian. This is God. This is all. This is the I am. And you are receiving. It's about receiving. And so sometimes we keep love away because we are energetically putting out of a vibration of I don't deserve this, or I don't believe this, or I'm not good enough for this. So you've got this Ace of Air here, which is the harp. And what this is saying to me is Spirit wants you to listen very, very carefully. Try not to do too much. Try not to be busy all the time. I've talked before about how, our mind is like the brass band, and we can't hear our soul, which is the harp. So you have to be quiet in order to listen. And if we're doing a lot of talking, which I'm doing tonight, if I'm doing a lot of talking, but I am receiving and passing on at the same time, then we can't listen. So when we think sometimes that there are an awful lot of things that we need to think about, an awful lot of choices to make, all it does is cause an awful lot of clutter. So choices equal clutter. There's an answer waiting for you. There's something coming in. This is an ace. This is a divinely timed gift. And it's air, it's change, it's communication. Just breathe, my darling. Just breathe. Let out within you what you're holding on to. And with the breath in, take in what you feel, you deserve to receive. This is a beautiful message for you. Let go of trying to make any of this happen for you at this time, because you are the goddess of air. You are weaving it all together. And some things had to go in order for other things now to come in for you. So I hope that's answered your question. Hannah Elmer, hi Victoria, may I have a message for love and relationship, please? Thank you, Jack. Hannah, may I have a message for love and relationship, please? For Hannah. Well, you've got the goddess of air as well. So, sweetheart, it's just this reminder again that life is completely interwoven, and that thread is very delicate at times. It's also all arranged in a beautiful pattern, a beautiful metrical rhythm. I don't know if this is true, but something Spirit's just reminded me of is that the web created the first alphabet symbols from how the web was designed. So that's just worth thinking of, isn't it? About how we communicate comes right back from the first images that were received in Mother Nature, and how, of course, it's within the web, because the web is, everything is connected within that web. It's the symbols, they're symbols. Alphabet is symbols. So, darling, where are you putting your energy at this time? What are you giving out? What are you receiving? What do you need to cut from your life? Where should you put more attention at this time? Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and thank you, Hannah. Thank you. And if you're feeling you're stuck, then try and flip it and just think that I'm at the moment just having a little rest, like a spider. I'm busy, I'm creating, I'm weaving together things. And, you know, when we create, when we cause, when we create, we sometimes do it solely. But for the bigger things in our life, we cause and create with other souls, in conjunction with other souls. And that's why we receive these wonderful signs and synchronicities. So just know that the universe, the omniverse, is weaving together with you everything that's coming in for your life regarding love. But there are things that needed to be removed from your life, or do need to be removed from your life, in order for other things to come in, my darling. So I hope that has helped you. Teresa, just not sure I'm still on the right path. I'm going to move forward. What am I going to use? I'm going to use my spirit song. Teresa. Oh, that's easy now. Thank you. Not sure I'm on my right path. Page of Crystals, my darling. This is a time of, again, ideas, and it says here discipline. This is the Page of Pentacles. You are not seeing the wood for the trees at the moment. But pages are a transitional time. There is going to be something that's going to come in that's going to help you with this. And again, the fox is independent. The fox is also a master problem solver. This is not something that is going to baffle you for very long. Hang on, Spirit. Thank you. One more card, please. Too many cards. Try and stay focused, my darling, on what it is you're wishing for, what it is, you know, what is it that you feel a pull towards, you feel guided towards. Try not to get too confused with too many different things going on. It just, again, causes that clutter. You've got this Ace of Cups, happiness and abundance. Whatever it is that's coming in for you is beautifully timed, and it's something that is very nurturing, and it's going to move at a pace, my darling, that's right for you. Elena, may I have a message from my soul, please? Yes, darling, you've got the Four of Cups here, which is your soul searching, your reevaluation. So this is where you are right now. What Spirit is asking you to do with this Four of Cups is, rather than sitting and focusing on those 3 cups that have spilled and having regrets and having, I wish I could have done, I should have done that, why didn't I do that? It's acceptance, my darling. It's acceptance that everything happened exactly the way it was meant to, for a reason, which you may not understand yet, but you will. There may be many things you understand why it happened. And it's acceptance of who you are. Complete and utter acceptance. Not who you think you should be or who you think you should have been then, just acceptance of where you are. And within that acceptance, you are giving yourself some peace. And within that peace and that stillness, you can start to do that soul searching, that reevaluation of things. And, reevaluation, you're evaluating things as they are, not as you think they should be, which is a very important message for you. It's going to take you away from the disillusionment that you feel. Let's see what else. And then you've got the Queen of Cups here, which is the seal. Again, this beautiful seal, peace and compassion. This is about you having compassion for yourself, understanding for yourself, seeing how much you have grown. You have an extraordinary amount of deep wisdom. You look a lot at doing things from love, from understanding, and you do without knowing it too much. The seal represents knowing the gift of your inner voice, my darling. So the seal also kind of can sit in this sort of ebb and flow of emotions. So you're not being given anything more than you can handle right now. You'll be given a great big flow of emotion, a great big flow of things where you'll feel a pull, an understanding, you'll feel a growth, and then you'll feel an ebb, and then things will just be quiet again, because we're not always on this sort of magical mystery ride. There is definitely an ebb and a flow. But just make sure that love for yourself drives all your actions at this time. That's very good advice. The past stories, Parrot, yes, exactly, not the best way forward. The past stories are stories. They're things that we tell ourselves or others have told us. Right. What? Thank you, Mickey. Chris, I'd love a reading from employment. Rhino, the Chariot, discipline and determination. Okay, so the Rhino is always giving me the message of the universe is trying to bring for you now, through that path of least resistance, what it is that you're looking to manifest, and they'd like you to get out of the way of it a little bit. You don't need to intervene. It's coming towards you, and it is coming quite fast as the Chariot. There are going to be things that are going to pop along, solutions that are going to come up for you. Just keep moving forward and onward with a determination and a focus on what you're wanting. And again, why? And try and release all the hows and the whens and all of that. It's a very self-implied place to be. Simply focus on the direction you're going now, my darling, not the detail. Direction, not detail. Oh, thank you, Spirit. What else we have? Yes, ma'am. Okay, Chris. Well, there we are, Chris. There is, it's because you've been moved. There's something coming in. That wasn't for you anymore, and there's something else that's coming in, and your old job had to get out of the way of it. Thank you. I'll just do one more card for Chris, please. Okay. So you've got the Queen of Crystals has come out for you, the Queen of Pentacles. So there has been an ending. There is new beginnings. It's been a spiritual ending for you. It's been a really important ending for you. Stay committed, my darling, to what you believe in. The Queen of Pentacles also takes her time making a very balanced decision and things that are right for her as well. You are going to have a lot of choices coming in. Try not to, all that glitters is not gold sometimes. It's going to make you a little uncomfortable, some of the choices you're going to have to make. It's like a sort of crossroads, but there will be the right one. There will be the right one that you'll feel. Let me just see if there's anything else for you. Oh, now you've got the Ace of Wands, the Ram. So again, be confident in what it is that you're looking to do. So there we go. It was a little extra for you. Yeah, I do. Can I have some more clarity when I'll be able to have the transformation? One more message for the Aditys. Thank you. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, darling. This is, that answer comes from you. It very much comes from you. Spirit doesn't really work on our sense of timing. It doesn't really work. We create a time to kind of explain things to ourselves, but it all happens in a beautiful, I talked about the cycles earlier, that everything happens in a natural cycle for you. Where you are right now is this Eight of Swords place. Okay, and it all starts with you, my darling. You might feel at this moment in time like the mouse, that you're being overlooked, that people can't see you. But the mouse is incredibly resourceful. The mouse is also, a creature that teaches that sometimes we don't have to roar out things. We can just speak very quietly and people lean forward and listen to us. So that's a particular message for you there. It's about you having a little bit of patience with yourself as well, and do ask for help from people around you, and try to release some of the frustration about where you are right now, because what you're doing in feeling frustrated, you're denying what it is that's meant to be coming in for you at this time. You've got this Ace of Feathers, which is mental clarity. That is your foundation. This is the goat, and Spirit at the moment, although you may not realizing it, just like the goat on the mountain path, is leading you up this path. And it's quite high. You're quite high where you are right now. You're at the sort of steep bit of the path. I can sort of see it. But you have to be kind of tread thoughtfully, tread carefully. What you're thinking, saying, and doing now, you're placing into your future. You will be, the more you allow yourself to be guided, the more you release, trying to, release that self-imposed restrictions you put on yourself, the things that you're telling yourself, the more you can release that and step into this amazingness of who you are, the I am, and the trust, and trusting your guides, and trusting that this is a path you're meant to be on, the more you're going to be open to clarity. And the higher you get, the stiller it is, isn't it? The more you can see. So do sit in the stillness, and that's leading you to this wonderful cream of crystals again. Try not to be too prickly with people, and you're incredibly soft underneath it all, but try and remain grounded in everything that you do, and do ask yourself the question every time you're making a decision: am I doing this for myself? Am I doing this for my greatest good? Am I doing this because I know that this is something that I deserve? This is my self-respect, and I'm doing this because I'm worthy of it. So I hope that's helped you at this time. And also, you've got the Empress has appeared for you. So learn to receive, my darling. This is all about saying, I am open and willing and ready to receive everything that is intended for me, whether it be surprise and delight, gift from the universe, love, opportunity for growth, opportunity for learning. I'm open and willing and ready to receive. Sylvia, I'll be turning 50 next Sunday. Happy birthday. I feel terrible. Why do you feel terrible, my darling? Any messages of hope for me? Well, you've got the Five of Cups here, which is talking about hope and readjustment. So this is the Five of Cups. It's a reminder for you that, darling, with the Firefly, that things are not always quite what they seem. And if you're sitting in a space at the moment of kind of fear and sorrow, and if this is a promise for you that you've got these two cups sitting where you can't see them because you're focusing on the three fallen over cups. I know this is a Firefly card, but it's the same meaning. It's the kind of overall tarot meaning for this. And then you've got the Page of Crystals. So there's a Page of Crystals, there's a Page of Pentacles. There is something coming in for you, a transitional thing that's really going to make you feel amazing and kind of give you a purpose that you haven't had before in your life. And then you've got the High Priestess. Look how content she is in that space with this new cycle. You may be feeling terrible now, my darling, but trust me, you're about to step into a whole new magical mystery tour. And Spirit is saying with this links, everything's going to be revealed for you at the right time. And Ian, yes, of course, my darling. So Ian, thank you. And Emma, yes, I'll just touch on that one again. Ian, thank you. Queen of Feathers, my darling, perception and truth. You have, and what's on the bottom of the deck here, the Traveler. So your journey that you have been on is allowing you now to step into a whole different way of moving forward. You're willing and open to, like the gazelle, zigzag backwards and forwards. This Queen of Swords, this bat, you have an incredible ability to really cut through to the, through all that nitty gritty of it. You've got a really amazing, sharp, radar-like perception of things now, and that has come in for you because of everything that you have willingly embraced and looked to change within yourself. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who really has cut out of her life a lot of things that just are not good for her, and you kind of welcome in. Your energy now is, this is the energy I wish to receive into my life: an openness, a vulnerability, a communication, a willingness to listen, a willingness to understand. You are now pulling into your life those that are meeting you at the same energy space that you are at, and I think that's really lovely, darling. All right, Emma, so would it be a good idea to move back to the city? Nine of Acorns and Knight of Feathers. No. Well, this is my perception of it. No, with the Nine of Acorns, because this is the Nine of Wands. This is coming away from old cycles. This is not doing things as you've done before. And I think you got that Firefly card as well. So this is just stepping forward now, choosing something slightly different for yourself. There is perseverance with this. Spirit is saying, if you're not quite sure of the answer, just wait and receive it. Be fueled by faith. The Panther is an amazing observer of things. And this is, whatever this opportunity for you, it's about you reclaiming your power. So if this decision for you is a part of you reclaiming your power, sit in the space and just say, thank you for the answers. Thank you for the insight I'm meant to receive. I don't feel, but this is just my answers from Spirit here with the Nine of Wands, that you are looking, if you have constantly moved and lived in the city, then Spirit is saying you're moving forward away from that. And then you have here the Knight of Feathers, which is the Knight of Swords. So this is your answer, my darling. Wherever it is you felt negative, wherever it is you haven't felt at peace, wherever it is you haven't felt at home, wherever it is that you've wanted to move away from, Spirit is saying move away from it, because that is the Knight of Feathers, the Knight of Swords, leaving the battle, leaving the negativity, and moving forward and away, not necessarily knowing exactly where you're going, but with the intention of the focus of moving away from negativity at this time. So and Spirit is also saying with the Knight of Swords, strike while the iron is hot. So if there's any opportunities that come in for you, strike while the iron is hot. So I hope that answered your question. Lisa, good evening. Hi from the US. Any messages for me, please? Yogi, I love your answer. Your body may be 50, but how old is your soul? My meat suit is 60, but I'm pretty sure my soul is around 7. I'm about the same. What is it? My body is what? What am I? I'm going to be, how old am I going to be? I've forgotten. I'm going to be 52 in early December. And yeah, I still feel around 7 a lot of the times. So who are we pulling a card for? Where were we? I'm sorry, I lost slightly track of there. Yeah, and I'm loving my 50s too as well. I'm loving it. So who am I pulling a card for? Oh, Elena, tomorrow's my birthday. Any messages? Yes, from my relationship. Knight of Cups. and the Empress. So, my darling, the message for you here is learning to receive, learning to receive, learning to take your hands off the wheel, learning to literally, if you find yourself wanting to orchestrate an outcome to something or to make something happen, just imagine yourself sitting on your hands going, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let the universe do it. I'm going to sit back and let go. Because it's about you sitting in that space of knowing that you deserve to receive, and you're dropping your little acorns of desire, and they're going off down the water, and they're popping up exactly when they're meant to. And the Knight of Cups with the flamingo here, whoever this person is, they have a great attention to detail. I'm getting they do like to pick things over, but they have a great attention to detail. But they are also full of love. They're a really lovely person. They're very passionate as the Knight of Cups. They're very charming. They may not be moving as fast as you're wishing for them to move, but that is the lesson for you about patience and allowing this to unfold as it's meant to, my darling. So, Elena, I hope that's helped for you. 51 tomorrow. Happy birthday. So who am I doing next? I'm going to wrap it up soon. Otherwise my voice goes. So has anybody been desperate to for me to see that question and I haven't seen it yet? Eva, what's the spirit message for me? I'm moving to a new house with my love, but a lot of friends have been removed from my life. Looking forward to a new life and new friends. Thank you. Message for Eva. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Cups. Beautiful. Well, wherever the space you are in, my darling, with this love of yours, it's a beautiful space of peace and love, understanding, acceptance, and being, and wherever you're moving is just only going to enhance the bonds that you have and bring blessings for you. And then you've got the Star card. So again, loyalty there with the Swan. This talks about peace and healing. So those that have, as you know, been removed from your life, needed to leave your life. Sometimes our souls orchestrate people leaving our lives because they need to, and if they didn't, then we would be pulled into a space that we're not meant to be, and we're always about moving forward. But it's a sort of gentle release a lot of the times, and it doesn't mean to say that they're not going to come back. It's just they disappear for a while, because when we are our energy is shifting in more so than other people around us, then they can sense a change, they can sense it, and they don't necessarily understand it, but they see the peace with which you are at, and then it upsets them because they can't understand that peace. So it's just, people just get removed, and it just allows for other people to come in. It allows for healing, and it allows for everything to happen as it should. So one more message for you. New coming in. Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Acorns, yes. So where attention goes, my darling, energy flows. This is the message for you here. So focus your energy now, as you're doing, on not the past, on what is coming in for you, on all of the abundance you're creating, all of this beautiful peace, understanding, this union, this love space. Focus on that. It's going to bring in more of the same. And you're making great strides, Spirit saying great strides. And look at that, brand new start for you, the Traveler. Beautiful card. I don't think I need to say any more on that one. Okay. Bobby C, will my ex and I reunite? Bobby C. Two of Swords, Gecko. And the Ace of Crystals. So the Two of Swords is the Gecko and the Ace of Crystals is the Pentacles. There is something coming in. With an Ace, I don't necessarily see it as something old, but it reminds you to I mean, the panda is lucky, isn't it, in Japan? Is the panda lucky? The panda is lucky. It's seeing the black and white of it all, is understanding it, because there are certain things about this relationship that you haven't wanted to face. And that's why I've got the Two of Swords here with the Gecko. There's certain things that you haven't wanted to face with this relationship. And Spirit is asking you to almost prepare yourself to choose a direction now in life, and don't allow any decision to hold you back. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. The Emperor, focus and stability. So the Emperor is a card of this is the Cougar spirit. So, you know, this is something where you are very confident, my darling. You're very well respected. So whatever you're looking to do, trust your judgment on this. If you want to get in contact, but just know that sometimes if you rush forward with things, you can be a bull in a china shop about things. I don't see it that they will, but it's not to say with the Ace of Pentacles that it isn't a renewal for you. Spirit is talking about energies here, and they've also flipped out the Strength card. So this is the willpower in you, that if you want to manifest this back in your life, you can. It comes through you willing it, through sheer willpower. But also with that, the elephant is a sign of strength and gentleness. And it's about not, what I'm feeling with this is that you've learned so much about not letting other people kind of overpower you. And it's about, and that's what the elephant card represents. But there's a resolution in you they're asking you to make about this, about why you might want them back, or is it at face choosing a new direction forward? It's your choice, my darling. It's your, as I said that, look at that. It's your choice to choose. It's your choice to choose. You're the creator of this. So you're willing it to happen, but what will you choose? Is it good for you, or are you being asked to choose a new direction? Kathy. All right, I'm going to do two more. Kathy. Any chance of my Scorpio coming around to relationship material for Kathy on love? Well, yes is the answer. You've got the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is the flamingo. So there is kind of movement here, but they're just taking their time with it, and just working out, picking through what they want to say. And then you've got the King of Cups. So the reason for that, my darling, is this King of Cups is they're literally learning to balance themselves in their emotions like the seahorse, okay? And they very worried about pride and kind of saying the wrong thing and doing the wrong thing. But it's very sweet, and it's a lovely energy, harmony and integrity. So their actions have a huge amount of integrity. They're very honest, and the universe is not going to tell you any more of that. You've got the Moon card here. This is a wink from the universe. Let them have their secrets. Let things unfold the way it's meant to, because it's going to be fun, and you can have the fun in imagining it of it. You can choose to sit and imagine it, but just release how it's all going to happen, my darling. So there we are. Imagination is very powerful. Okay, Sandra, advice for me, please. Thank you. Sandra, advice for Sandra. Ace of Feathers, my darling. That mental clarity is going to be your foundation. Again, keep looking forward, keep looking up, keep taking those steps forward, tread thoughtfully, remembering those things that you're thinking about, the things that you're doing are all placing into your future. Thoughts are so incredibly powerful. You have, as I said before, you've got you've got guides around you to make sure that you are sure-footed. And sure-footed is saying to me, please make sure you're sure about the direction that you're taking forward. Make sure you're sure. Make sure this is something that you really want to do in your life and you're not doing it from pressure, because that can make you really uncomfortable. And, you know, if you're going to ascend a mountain, it's something you've got to love doing. And there's nothing worse than ascending a mountain when you don't want to do it. And so just be very receptive to kind of thoughts that you might be receiving at this time that kind of come in and out. They're kind of those fleeting thoughts, just like everything is fleeting. They kind of come in when you're least expecting them. So just be aware of that. And now you've got the wheel of fortune on the bottom of the deck. So this octopus talks to me about the fact that, you know, the wheel obviously is the wheel of fortune. It turns and it's turning always with cycles, with seasons. Everything has a meaning. Don't get attached to outcomes. Don't hang on to the wheel. You're going to experience lots of ups and downs. Stand in the middle and observe it all happening for you in perfectly divinely timed cycles. But the octopus also is a master of fluidity and change, and the octopus feels its way around things and senses things and opportunities as well. So there is a huge amount of change for you, and the universe is also saying that be prepared for the unexpected. Be prepared for something that you don't quite expect, but that is also with a lovely wink. I have to go now, my darling. So, Rachel, I'm going to take one last message. Will my cancer come back to me next year after a period of separation? You've got the shadow, which is the devil card here. So at this point in time, my darling, they are being at the moment that they are doing their shadow work. Literally, they're doing their shadow work. And then you've got the Ace of Acorns, which is the Ace of Wands. Again, you're causing and creating this. This is you're willing this to happen by releasing and letting go of it. And if you wish for this to happen, then release it. Just say thank you. If this is intended for me, thank you. Any other message, please? Thank you. You've got a little bit of, this is the Five of Pentacles. So this is about you not feeling the lack of it at this time, trying not to. And also there's a little bit of magic and luck on your side. And the Nine of Crystals, again, that spider. This is you're weaving it all together, my darling. So have confidence in it, but also don't become stuck on one outcome. Just say, I am grateful and happy and open to receive whatever it is I'm meant to receive. Because, you know, you may think that this is the best thing, but maybe Spirit's got another idea for you. And maybe their version of best is more than you can ever possibly imagine. Okay, I am going to say good night now to everybody. Thank you, my darling. So look, I'm going to finish off the rest of the November readings this week. Then I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do Sagittarius's big read. And then I'm going to focus in early December on getting all of the 2022 readings done, the yearly readings for you all. I also have an announcement which I'm going to make on Thanksgiving, about what I'm going to do about personal readings just for the month of December. And this is just something for those that are not able to come to me at this time for personal readings. So I'll make it, I need to just work out the details and how I'm going to do it. But watch the space. I'll make an announcement on Thanksgiving about for the month of December what I'm looking to do for those that wish to come to me for a personal reading but can't do it because they feeling they can't afford it. So I'm going to look to do something with regards to that, but I'm just letting Spirit come to me with exactly the right way of doing it. Anyway, so I'm going to say good night. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. I shall probably look to use, I bought lots of new decks recently, so I'll probably look to use another new deck. Take care, my darlings, and see you in the recorded. Otherwise, see you next Sunday. Lots of love. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for all your help and supporting and guiding. It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.